Here's the thing. I have absolutely no problem with someone endorsing a candidate that I oppose. Fair game. I mean, that's your right. I would be a hypocrite. I would be a jackass to say that you should not endorse Hillary Clinton or you can't endorse Hillary Clinton. Even with John Lewis, even with James Clyburn, even with everybody, even with the families of the fallen in the black community, I have no problem with you endorsing. So what I have a problem with is when you go one step further and then try to find a way to slam the opponent, particularly Bernie Sanders, from a disingenuous position, from a position that is not a democratic position, from a position that's not a progressive position, from something that is not even true to who you are historically. So when you endorse Hillary Clinton, that's perfectly fine. But when you go one step further, like John Lewis, and says that, oh, I know, but I was there in 1964, and I never saw Bernie Sanders, but I saw Hillary. And then later on have James Clyburn said there's going to be no free lunch. You know, you have all these people who are going above and beyond.
Oh, don't forget his plan is going to destroy HBCUs. Don't forget he's out to destroy the HBCUs.
That's the worst one, right? Which
death of black students.
Simone Sanders brilliantly debunked tonight on Twitter, and I've already retweeted it.
Let me go retweet.
but the point is that if your endorsement cost you your integrity, I've got to call you out, and that is a problem. Mm-hmm. Now, these mothers, they have not gone out and said, this is why I'm supporting Hillary Clinton because Bernie Sanders is this. They're simply saying, I support Hillary Clinton. And you know what? They have every right to. I applaud them. You guys go out there, and if you feel like Hillary is going to be best for you, then damn it, by all means, you go out there and represent Hillary Clinton. But for these people who are supporting Hillary Clinton and then coming from a erroneous and disingenuous position to attack Bernie Sanders, we got to call you out. We've got no choice but to. All right, this caller, right? Oh no, actually, caller, you have to wait because David has something to say. David, what's up, man?
I was gonna jump in there only because not the mothers, not the parents that are endorsing and just being in favor of Hillary. I'll make it quick because we cherish the callers, but the surrogates that are endorsing Hillary and then coming out and creating a narrative of spin. It's really nothing more than spin against Bernie. There's a huge difference between Hillary surrogates and Bernie surrogates. Mm-hmm. And I try my best not to attack Hillary because, you know, these are both people on the left. She's a moderate, you know, contrary to anybody's argument, but you know, people have a right to support her. But Bernie surrogates are not attacking anybody. They're out there talking Bernie up. I haven't heard an attack. They're out.
I'm trying to. I mean, Killer Mike does come at Hillary pretty hard in terms of calling her a Margaret Thatcher. You know, he does come pretty hard in that regard. But nothing. I don't know
that that's spin in this way though. That's the thing. It's that he's comparing her to Margaret Thatcher.
Okay. Just go on, David. Go ahead and say what you're going to say. Go to Dolores Huerta. Go ahead, call her out. Just go ahead and call her out. We know exactly what you're talking about.
He's comparing her to Margaret Thatcher, and we may disagree. I mean, it's an opinion, but I don't think it's a false narrative. Versus, you know, these opinions that say, and I see Ben disagrees with me too.
No, I'm sorry. That's my church rock. That's
okay.
That was a good one.
I mean, so you have the Hillary surrogates saying all these different things about the black colleges, about Bernie never being seen out there in civil rights protests, etc. There's other ones. Those are just the most loudest ones that have really been heard recently. And it just goes to the point of, let's end the spin. This, you know, let's make this what it's about, and that's really about the future of the Democratic Party, but more importantly, the future of the progressive movement, the future of the country, and continuing this negative buildup of framing people's opinions in at least semi-falsehoods doesn't help us. It hurts us, and it doesn't bode well for where you're going if you're elected president.
I'm wondering. Somebody tweeted it out, and I don't know who it was, but it was one of Bernie's surrogates And they said exactly what you just said, David, that when Bernie Sanders is his people are out here. Actually, I think it was the guy that you know, Anoa, Scout.
Yeah. Scout Smith.
Scout Smith. He said that when he hears Bernie Sanders surrogates, they are promoting Bernie Sanders. When they hear Hillary Clinton's surrogates, they're not promoting Hillary Clinton, they're attacking Bernie Sanders. And that should clearly show you the difference in the character and the quality of the two campaigns.
I should make one point, and then hopefully the caller's still there.
Caller,
I will make one other point because I did catch myself just now, and I'll admit when I'm wrong. Susan Sarandon has been critical of Hillary.
Yes.
Now she's not completely in the wrong, but she has been the most aggressive against Hillary. She's a feminist. She's a woman, so she has a point of view that I guess would allow her to do that.
Let me add one more. Cornel West just called her
Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli. So
I didn't hear that one. Okay, all right.
So I was like,
so we're not perfect on Bernie's side.
No, we're not at all. But it is a difference when you're. I mean, there might be contrasting, and it may go a little sometimes, but there is a difference when all your surrogates do on the other side is just tear everything down and say, no, not possible, not possible. How you running a negative campaign, even in terms of representing your own campaign? Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
There's a difference between John Lewis saying, suggesting that Bernie Sanders wasn't there and Hillary Clinton was, and Cornel West saying, because Hillary Clinton is copying Bernie Sanders, she is the Milli Vanilli. Right? One is a comparison, one is an outright lie. Absolutely. So in that regard, I agree with you. There's a qualitative difference, but you wouldn't be able to tell Hillary Clinton's camp that. All right, enough of us pandering back and forth. Caller, you're live on the air.